On the negative side of injuries, so Kawhi Leonard is out indefinitely, rehabbing inflammation in his right knee. And it's always been the same thing with Kawhi, especially over the last couple of years, especially in his stint with the Clippers. It just feels like so frequently he's been injured or just has sat out entirely. And in years past, I feel like it was kind of less impactful than it's going to be this year, because the Clippers had another great wing in Paul George that could kind of make up for what they're missing out on with Kawhi Leonard, because, PG's a talented playmaker, good scorer, good defender. He can do what Kawhi does, maybe not on the same level necessarily, but Paul George is a great player in his own right at the forward position, so he was able to kind of slot in and make you miss Kawhi a little bit less when he had to miss games. But PG is out of town now, so the loss of Kawhi Leonard, the only guy who really has the opportunity to be that guy in LA now is James Harden. And this is the same James Harden we saw in Houston, winning MVP, scoring 36 points a night, looking like one of the best scorers in NBA history. That James Harden is long, long gone. Now, is Harden's production going to be as low as it was last year? No, because now he's going to have more opportunity, especially with Paul George gone, Kawhi Leonard out, and Russell Westbrook's gone as well. But Harden is not going to be that same guy that's going to be able to lead your team to the top record in the conference, right? Harden isn't that guy anymore, so you need Kawhi Leonard and Harden to stay healthy as a duo for this Clippers team to reach their full potential. But now Kawhi's out indefinitely, so that's not going to happen, and you're not really going to get to see what the potential of this duo is for the LA Clippers, especially right away. And this is a team that, even with guys healthy in the past, has struggled with disappointment. Typically that might have come with injuries, but sometimes it hadn't. Sometimes, they had blown leads in the playoffs. And this Clippers team, it's just been a history in the Kawhi Leonard stint, in the Paul George stint while he was still there. It was just disappointment after disappointment. And now with Kawhi Leonard out indefinitely, and James Harden, and older James Harden, having to lead the charge for them, and now you don't get to see what the potential of a Kawhi-James Harden duo is, especially early on, so that probably means you're going to run it back next year. And you might set yourself up for disappointment once again, and you don't have much time with these guys. So you need to know immediately how far this deal can get you, and you're not going to be able to do that. So what happens if next year they're both relatively healthy? Kawhi, especially, plays 60-something games, and they flame out in the first round of the playoffs, or they don't even make the playoffs, right? And you realize, hey, this duo isn't going to be the one to lead us to a championship in this new era of Clippers basketball. We could have figured that out this year, but instead Kawhi Leonard was out indefinitely, so you're going to have to wait another year, most likely, to really see what Harden and Kawhi can do. And then what's stopping them from getting injured next year, right? So for the Clippers, you're just setting yourself up for disappointment once again, and the Kawhi Leonard sit in LA, despite all the talent in the world that he has been a failure, whether it's due to roster construction, whether that's due to injuries, whether it's due to just poor coaching or blown leads in the playoffs, whatever it might be. There's a whole combination of factors. The Kawhi and formerly Paul George sit in LA has been a complete failure.